And we're live.
Hidden Object Guru here with a special...
That's me going to my own channel. Which, you'd think it would know it was my own channel and not autoplay the video. But it always does. I wish I understood it. Wish I could explain it. Wish I could stop it from happening. I'm not in control of that, though. Alright, so see, this seems to be broadcasting fine. You may ask, hey, why is that an issue? Good question. I'm just going to edit the tags on this because, long story short, you can't edit the tags in the streaming program, which is weird. This game is called Jewel Adventures. Alright. Done. Tags edited. Alright, where was I? Yes! Hidden Object Guru here. Let's play Jewel Adventures. A game about matching three things for reasons that escape me. But hopefully the game will provide a plausible reason for me to be doing that. I have no expectation that it will. There's always a chance. Alright. What? Oh, wow. You're actually asking me my resolution. That's kind of huge. I don't know if you know this, but these games largely do not do that. Yeah, windowed, graphics quality, fantastic. Oh, you're so bad at this. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, why? Hidden Object Guru here with day 9 of my year of Gamefish, playing the new Gamefish game every day. Today it's Jewel Adventures, which, based on font choice alone, seems to have definitely been made to be played by on cell phones. Seriously? Oh my god. I want to be a jerk about this, but wait. I feel like I just created a T-shape, but the coding in this is so bad, it didn't know that it... Sorry, not a T-shape, a corner shape. It didn't know corner shapes were a thing, and I didn't get credit for it. Well, at least you get point bonuses for that. I want to create another corner thing so I can find out about that, but that's not the easiest thing to make happen, so bear with me. We might only be playing 3 minutes of this, just FYI. Yay. Wait, that wasn't level 1? That was level 0? Am I the only one who finds that peculiar? Probably not. Okay. Come on, corner shape. How do you build a corner shape? Alright, so... Nope, not there. Alright, so, here's my question to you. Is there supposed to be gender ascribed to these various fruits? Like, are there supposed to be male and female fruits using human understandings thereof? Alright, so here. I just need to get a raspberry down to this thing. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Oh, I am going to do that. Okay, that was actually a lot easier. Okay, so now we're going to find out if this game knows what a corner is, or if I'm just going crazy. So let's do this. It doesn't! What? You may be asking yourself, what is the worst match 3 you've ever played? I think I've got an answer. I'm lucky that counted that as 4 instead of 3, because again, it doesn't know what crosses and corners are. Wow, what a mess, huh? What an absolute disaster. So yeah, it's called Jewel Adventures. So I see as many as 3 things wrong with this game. 1, just from a design standpoint, it's ugly and terrible. It's fruit and also one gourd. So there's no internal consistency. You got apples, you got oranges, you got lemons, you got grapes, and you've got eggplants, which are like a gourd. So you're not doing the fruit thing. There's no... Well, can I turn on the music? There's no music. So those are all my factor 1. The production value is just a disaster. There's no design. I accidentally turned off the sound. See, that would make me think the sound was off, but it doesn't. It means the sound is kind of on. Anyway, here's what I was saying. There's a minimum amount of animation. The game doesn't understand how match 3 games are supposed to work. You know, avec point bonuses and how things are arranged. You know, that kind of stuff. Like it simply just doesn't get it. It doesn't know about corners and crosses. That's terrible. There's no extra level to this. There's no special modes. There's no targets. There's no. Oh, that's menu. Okay. No, I don't want to quit yet. Soon though, very soon. Right, there's no bonuses. There's no like mode where you set up a challenge. Every single level is just, here's a bunch of fruit. Go fruit nuts. See what I did there? Fruit nut. Anyway. It wasn't actually... Wow, it didn't recognize the 4, even though the 4 was worth more. It recognized the first 3 because it saw them first. Wow. This is dire. Is that too harsh? What's that? It absolutely isn't too harsh. Okay, good to know. And I can't stress this enough. Here's the big takeaway. So that's worth 5 points, and this is worth 10 points. Oh, okay. So 2 3s are worth the same as 1 4, which is crazy. Because again, this game has no idea how this kind of game is supposed to work. So the only thing that's worth a decent amount is the 5, which is worth 50. Hey, here's a question. When/why am I passing levels? So what happens is I make a bunch of matches, then some point arbitrarily, apparently I couldn't do that word, sorry, arbitrarily, the game just like, okay, new level. Why though? Why did we just move to a new level? Can you tell me? Is there a reason? Is it a time limit? Is it a number of matches? Is it a number of points? This game has no interest in announcing. It's one of the many things that I have contempt for in this game. I assume I could lose by running out of matches, but I've never been in danger of that because this game, I don't know if it's actively helping me make matches or it's just, you know, the fact that there's only 5 kinds of fruit. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 kinds of fruit makes it so that it just random chance means that more often than not there will always be a match queued up. It's possible. But anyway, that's not the point I was getting at. Here's the big takeaway. Before I stop this game and never play this game again for 1 more second, I'm ready to say that this is the best game, oh my god, the worst game I've played yet this year. It might be the worst game I play all year, unless Bigfish publishes a lot of these just utter garbage match 3 games, which maybe there's a lot of them. I don't know. Point is, here's what I want to be the takeaway. So bear with me, because this is the message. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. This game is called Jewel Adventures. Jewel Adventures. Nothing, 0 things that are happening right now could in any way be defined as an adventure. Okay? That's A. That is issue A. B, and I think we can all recognize that this is the really key fundamental issue. These aren't jewels. These are fruit. It is a game about fruit matching. It is not a game about jewel adventures. You might say, well, HOGuru, they just called it Jewel Adventures because Bejeweled is a popular match 3 game and they wanted to brand it like a popular match 3 game. And I would say yes, they did. Oh, there's a bar at the bottom that's filling up as I make matches. I don't care, but at least now I know that. Also, I don't think it makes you get a bigger amount of movement if you do 10 points versus 5 points. So it literally just might be make X amount of matches, whatever the match is, and you move on. Let's see. Nope. Yes. Here's the thing, though. Let's say the Transformers are a popular brand. You could just as easily have called this Transformers Adventures. Wouldn't have made it more accurate. Might have made it more likely to cause a lawsuit. Who can say? The point is, you can't just throw the word jewel in and say, oh, well, I meant that in the more generic sense of the term jewel, because there isn't one. Here are the times you get to call your game Jewel Adventures. 1. When it is about a jewel-based adventure. Okay, that's 1. And you might think, oh, he's going to stop there and that's the bit. No, there is a second time you can do that. 2, and this is the only other time, when you have a game about watchmaking. Because as I understand it, the gears, the tiny gears inside of watches are called jewels. Like the pieces that make up the watch motion. Yeah, that's called jewels. So like if you hear a watch having 12 jewels in it, that means that doesn't mean, you know, gems. That means there are 12 parts of the this is terrible. Just a nightmare. That means there are 12 pieces that make up the movement of the watch. That is something I learned from. Actually, I can't tell you when I learned that. Maybe it's in Watchmen. I don't know. You know, I just now got that's because it's called Watchmen. That's why he's a watchmaker. That may not be true. It's not why it's called that. It's just why he is. Or maybe that's what I said. All right, this game is sucking out my brain. I hate it with the white-hot intensity of 1,000 suns. Like, is this game free? Because I can't imagine anyone paying money for this game. I guess if their family member made it. I mean, the thing is, all right, I've been pretty hard on this game so far. I just want to say that if this was made by an 11-year-old as a school project, you know, kind of a thing where you were coding in grade 5 and you were learning how to code because that's an important skill for kids to have now if they want to get jobs in the modern economy. I get that. Just because I've been left behind by the modern economy doesn't mean that you shouldn't be, okay? So if you, an 11-year-old, made this game, just, you know... Yeah, because there's no coding going into how this gets built at all, because sometimes, often actually, a level starts with matches already complete, which Bejeweled ripoffs aren't supposed to. But anyway, they don't know how to make the game, is my point. So, what I'm getting at is, if you, an 11-year-old, made this game as a class project, and you got, like, an A, which you're 11, I could see this getting an A. You know, this is better than anything I did when I was 11. Like, by leagues. Oh my god. You know, I cannot point to any moment of my schooling, pre-high school, and say, I was proud to have been involved in that project. Because, you know, I remember people who did really good jobs at, like, science fairs, who could today, as adults, look back and say, I really kicked ass at that science fair. I am not one of those people, okay? I'm not going to say completely phoned it in, but yeah, would not be an unfair assessment of my attitude towards school. The point is, you're 11 years old, you make the game Jewel Adventures, you get yourself an A because you coded a whole Flash-based, what do you call it? Match 3 game with adorable fruit. Maybe you got a friend to do the 3 frames of fruit animation for all of the fruit. Maybe you did it yourself because you're really talented, okay? But, and this is the key part, okay? But, the moment you decided to then take that school project and sell it on Bigfish Games' website. Like, it left the realm of something that you could just be proud of yourself for, and entered the realm of a ripoff. I'm going to go check that phone, see if it's worth answering. I'll call them back, because I'm just wrapping up this point. And my gameplay is another thing that I'm wrapping up. This is a nightmare and a disaster, and Bigfish Games should be ashamed to be charging money for this. Like, literally yesterday, I played a pretty darn good hidden object game. I don't know if you saw that stream. It's a hidden object game. It was about, like, an evil prince, and he was murdering trees because he wants to steal their magic power, and he'd brainwashed a king. It was all... Oh my god, am I getting to play this level at all? Why would I want to? Yeah. Boom. Alright, this is, yeah. What I'm saying is Bigfish Games both produces real games through their various studios, and they publish real games just as a publisher. This is not a real game, and it should not be for sale in their store. It should be something that plays on your installer app while I'm waiting for the actual game I bought to install. Oh, while you're waiting for install, here, do some match 3 nonsense with fruit. It's called Fruit Match. Also, it should be called Fruit Match. Alright, I'm done. I'm the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for watching this. I'm going to put up some buttons if you want to watch other things. I got really mad at this game for not being a real game, and I maintain I was right to do so. Again, if the people who made this are 11 years old, I don't want you to say, I don't want you to stop making video games. Far from it. This shows that you have an base understanding. You missed a bunch of the specifics about how this stuff is supposed to work, but you have a base understanding of cute figures and the kind of gameplay people like. You needed music, you needed sound effects, you needed not necessarily a narrative, but some kind of a structure to make it so I'm not just doing the exact same thing for 100 levels. But overall, like, there's promise here. So if this was made by 11-year-olds, I say keep at it, and I'm excited to see what you have next. If this is fully grown adults cynically just trying to put out a game, then I have no respect for you. All right, that's that. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more of this. My year of Bigfish. Like, this is the first time. Like, we're 9 days in, and this is the first game that isn't even a real game. Like, even the terrible time management thing I didn't like, it was still a real game. I may not like that genre, and I may not think it's worth our time. Get it? Because it's time management. Not a joke. Just saying the same thing twice. But I may not think it's worth our time. But, I mean, I can recognize, I would never say that it wasn't a game. This isn't a game. It's just an idea for a game that you're charging money for. All right, so I'm going to stop railing against this, and see you back here next time. But until then, au revoir. Seriously, though.